How you guys doing? So today we're gonna do video on something very basic. When I'm talking about a basic, it's how to start a machine off of a program and different ways to do it. So we're gonna close the jaws. The part's already done. I'm gonna shut off the coolant just in case. So there's a couple ways to start a program. So if you know the program is already all good, it's good to run. Where you go is you press the memory. Okay, you look at the bottom option bar. Nothing's green except the work light. You press the start. And the machine is going. Okay, so we're gonna stop. I press the stop here. We're gonna reset. So everything pretty much stopped. Let me close the window. So this is how you run pretty much a whole program. If you want to see steps of a program, it tells you facing, rougher, OD turning, bar out, rougher, facing, finish, bar out, finish. Then you have drills. These are axes, so it's drilling with the milling holders, and this is the line. So let's say you pull out a program and now you're just trying to do the offsets and everything, so to make sure that everything's cutting to size, you can do facing, for example, press OK. And once again, the way you do it is if nothing is green, you're good to go for the whole program. If you just want one program, you press that single process and then you pick whichever you want to go. If you want to use a facing for finish, then you just go over here, press OK, and now when you press OK, press start, we have a facing finish. Okay, so this is how you can do that. Now there's another option which is called restart. So for example, facing is done, bar out is done, everything is done except all the milling options. You don't want to keep going by a single process, so wait till this one is done, wait till this one is done. If you know all of them are good to go, so you can actually go restart. Let's say if you want to start with the unit 9 or just a line, so you can go here, you press OK, and all you have to do is press start. And if you look at, so I press the start, if you're looking at now, so the milling is good to go. Shut off the coolant and it's cool and go. Now, the tricky thing about the older controls, from what I remember, like Nexus, is when you restart it, you press OK, and you had an option. So let's say he asks you how many times to restart. You had to go to the M code section, press 8 for the coolant to actually turn on, because on a Smooth and Matrix you don't have to do that, but all the controls you did have to do that. Okay. Now another thing you can do is, for example, if you do run, if you do want to go just manual as soon as possible. Let me see. For example, I'm going to go here. Let me see, facing. So I have 1, 2, 3. Just gonna do single, have it single cut. Okay. There's two options. Where over here in an M8 you can do an M0. Actually, you know what? Let's do something else. We're gonna do it on the second one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's do M0. M0, it's a stop. So the machine's gonna stop. You can measure, then press the green, and it's gonna continue. So let's go shut this off because it was still in the restart menu, and we should be good to go. Okay, so what this one's gonna do right now, it's just gonna face. Let me speed it up. And then after the facing, it should go up and just throw a little radius. Okay, But with the M0, see what it did? It stopped. So now when you press this button, start, see what it did? So now it's going to the second one, okay? So this is what an M0 does. It always stops. Now, for example, if you don't want, let's say if you do want to keep this in a program and you only want it to work out for, let's say, 1 or maybe 2 pieces once you bulletproof everything and you know where it's good, there's an option which is M1. M1 is what you call an optional stop. So for this to actually take an effect, what's good about it is there's an optional stop. You turn this on and it's gonna let's say reset. We're gonna start again. So the optional stop is on right now. What the machine is gonna do, it's just gonna face, and it's also gonna stop. It's gonna wait for you to press the green button. If you shut off the optional stop, it's not gonna stop anymore. So the one, see, there you go. Now we press start, and it's gonna continue. If you, for example, if you don't want this to happen anymore and you just want it to constantly run, all you have to do is just shut off the optional stop and you're good to go. You don't have to go into a program and let's say get rid of the 0. You can always keep the 1, and that 1 only becomes effective if you press the optional stop. So this is ways to pretty much, you know, how you can run the program. So we have memory, okay, or we have single block, or you pick one, or you have a restart where you can start going in automatic mode from whichever place you like to be. Now there are some machines that previously, like Siemens Control, if you restart it from here, for example, because all this is done, and then you put in a new piece and you press start, it wouldn't start from the beginning. It would actually restart from the same spot. So if there was a bunch of material in the face, you would actually crash. So always make sure it's always restarting from the beginning, or to make sure you shut off the restart. Because like I said, you know, each machine works a little bit differently, but Mazak is pretty good with those things. So just make sure the restart is off and you should be good to go. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.